y'all know how men be in women likes and everything like that. Have like, have naked women and everything, but let you post something like that. Your man gonna be like, what you doing? So I feel like it's a lot of, and sometimes not saying it's insecurity, because that's not insecurity at all. But I feel like social media can put some insecurities on women and men as well. And then it could just make them clash and it just fuck, ooh, I ain't trying to cuss, but mess everything up. So right.
No, that's valid. That's true. I believe that women feel as if, and men can feel the same as well. If your woman or your man is on there liking things, liking women, or liking men that don't look like how you look, it can for sure make you feel a certain way. Especially if you know your woman talks about your appearance or mentions little things about your appearance in a way that they may want you to fix it, or they just may have smart little remarks. But it blows my mind when people say, oh, I love me a man with a big belly. But you'll watch a movie with your man, and then when Michael B. Jordan on the screen with his shirt off, you getting the googly eyes. Just like you dudes. Yeah, I like my woman a little bigger. Or I like me a woman, a little bigger woman. Then when you at work and you got that fit coat worker who petite, got the nice workout body, you drooling and flirting. So for sure, social media could be one of those things that can definitely ruffle some feathers. And let's be clear, women, we can like and look at something that in our mind, we probably would not make our girl just because of her image, but we will for sure, intercourse wise, entertain it. Don't get that misconstrued. But this is why most men have those kind of women at home, and they step out in the streets with a woman that you may not think is up to par. Men don't associate feelings and emotions with what they would stick there in. You know what I'm saying? So it's completely different. Women, y'all are overly emotional. So when y'all are emotionally tied to something, it's a lot deeper than when men do things. And I know people are going to hate that. Oh my God, you just didn't get the typical man response. Typical something in the bed with that. Whatever. It's just like that, all right? But I want to go back to the social media thing. Women, men, if you know that your partner don't look nothing like what you liking, be aware and be prepared for them having an issue with it. And if you're just a secure person and you don't mind your woman liking other men's pictures and you not in shape and she liking men with 6-packs and 12-packs and all of that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Women, if you don't mind your man liking pictures because y'all be doing y'all thing, you like women and he enjoy women and y'all enjoy women together, and you just a secure woman and it don't bother you, it is what it is. But Instagram too, it can still cause issues because of us not thinking it's as deep as it is. And I think for the most part, we need to start thinking a little deeper into the psychological side of what Instagram does to our personal life. Even when it comes to relationships or how we view a person, the instant gratification, you know what I mean? The release of dopamine, so on and so on. It's really deeper than what we think it is. Don't let it control and don't let it interfere, or don't let it throw any negative ideas or negative thoughts towards your relationship with your partner. If you have a phenomenal partner, you have an amazing woman, don't think that your woman is supposed to look like what these women look like on social media, because a lot of this stuff is made up, it's surgical, so on and so forth. So if you got a woman and she may not look like what these women look like on the internet, bro, but she's a thorough individual, overly praise her. Because half of y'all dudes will get with these women or get in the presence of these women and be like, what? Oh, you just all image. So, and it's like that. And of course, most men don't care because they only there to get some, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but make sure you praise your woman if you got a solid woman. And if you got a good guy that you love, pour love into him.
Talk to me. We overly stimulated. You know what I'm saying? Like every day we taking in so many different images. So it's like the content not even really hitting the same. You know what I'm saying? Because we like desensitized in a way. It's like, how many videos do we watch collectively in a day? That's why sometimes I got to really like just disconnect from social media, because I truly believe in like the next maybe 5 years, but like definitely the next 10 years, they're going to start coming out with a bunch of these different diagnoses of mental health as a result of our overconsumption in social media.
That's very true. I want to say something also too to add on to that. I believe in the internet being beneficial and it also being harmful. So I am very cautious and careful of what I am consuming. And I tend to put on something informative, something that is going to help me, whether it's listening to a podcast talk about finances, or whether it's some video idea that I can work on, or if it's talking about history, if it's talking about political things, or if it's talking about how to be a better partner, or anything that's going to help me when it comes to stimulating my mind and learning something. So there's nothing wrong with you being on your phone, because there's also audiobooks that you can listen to, right? There's also good vibrational music. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to work on your frequencies for sure. It's also always a good thing to put your phone down. Get one-on-one time with yourself. Think to yourself. Listen to the wind. I'm saying, listen to your own thoughts sometimes. It's definitely a healthy balance, right? With anything, I think when you consume too much of anything, it could be negative. It could be bad, whether it's bad food, red meat, whether it's drinking the wrong drinks, alcohol, you feel me, cigarettes, whatever it is that you're doing. Even medicine that's prescribed to you could be bad if you take too much of it. So it's always going to be a fine line. And whatever that is to you, you're going to have to create that. But social media can be a bad thing as well, too, because of what you're seeing on the internet. You start to have this comparison complex where you start to look at everybody's life and they're living the glamorous life. They got it made. You feel me? They got the perfect relationship. They making the bread. They traveling. They own boats. They got nice cars. They got nice cribs. It seems like everybody's life is perfect and you living in hell. And you start to get depressed subconsciously. You start to feel like your life is not enough. You're not doing enough. You want to strive for more, but don't know how to get it. So now you're feeling like, dang, I got limited resources. So it's just like a pile of negative thoughts that definitely can lead to depression, for sure. I even sometimes find myself getting in that mood and it's like, well, hold on. Let me remember how far I came and where I used to be and how I used to think. And the places that I used to be in and the people I used to hang around. Sometimes you have to outgrow all of that stuff, right? To be able to formulate better thoughts, you know what I'm saying, and to be a better person. So always think about that. Always think about, what am I going to the phone or what am I going to social media to do? Am I going to learn something, or am I just watching negative stuff all day? Am I watching people lose their life? Am I watching people talk about their baby mamas? You know what I'm saying? I had to delete Facebook because Facebook is one of the most negative places. They don't care what they post all type of stuff. And not just because of that, I just don't like Facebook, but I think it's good to disassociate yourself from things that don't bring you any good. And if it's not helpful to your life, it's useless. So anything that's not useful is useless. So just get rid of it. You know what I mean?
I believe that that's going to happen because it's not normal. This is the first generation where we living with our heads in these devices like 24/7. Like nobody's bored anymore. Gap of boredom is filled with checking your phone, scrolling endlessly. Dopamine addiction. You know what I'm saying? Your brain is programmed to seeing something new around the clock. That's not normal. And so by the time we are, we're exposed to so many different things. So when it comes to art, it's like, oh, okay.
That's dope, but
yeah. Dope. Next. Hey, talk to me.
That's facts. We're always looking for more, all because of what social media and AI has enhanced that. We look at things as so simple based now. It's like things are just too simple. Oh no, that's too simple. Just looking at water now. I love looking at water, but sometimes you can even look at water and be like, but that water ain't gonna have no alien come out of it. I was on AI and I saw a whole whale come out of the gymnasium floor. I want to see that. I want to see the water turn into a tornado and go and transform into, I'm saying, it's just like the simple things like looking at water or just going to a cliff or going to a mountain and just looking at nature. People have stopped doing like things that used to stimulate the mind, things that used to have you in deep thought. Now people are like, nah, I'm good. Or you'll see people at the water, or you'll see people at the top of the mountain on their phone on social media. And it's just like, and don't let them be out and about at a restaurant. That's the number one thing. That's like a pet peeve of mine. Going out to eat and then we both on our phones. What are we doing? This is the time for us to talk and communicate like humans used to do. But y'all make sure that you create a healthy balance. And if you can't get away from your phone, Just make sure that you're doing something to help your mind.
I really miss how women used to act before social media. I really miss y'all before y'all started to act like everything y'all seen and nothing like what you know. I think that's the problem with relationships nowadays. Men are in competition with what females see on social media that's not even real. That's why. Because the things that y'all require, I'm just here to tell y'all 90% of that never gonna happen, bro.
Relative deprivation. The thief of all joy is comparison. Now, there's nothing wrong with women wanting a man to do for them. There's nothing wrong with you wanting a man to be financially stable. There's nothing wrong with you wanting a man to take care of you. But also, too, provide the same thing that you're asking for. No man wants to feel as if he's getting drained in a relationship. A man definitely wants to feel he could lead if he can. If you're just looking for an ATM and a man realizes you just want to use me for bread, why would a man continue to allow that to be a reoccurring thing? Especially for those men that are intentional, especially for the men that know what they want. Men want quality. And if he's financially able to take care of you and he sees the games that you're trying to play, he might as well have quantity if that's the case. But I say all that to say the games y'all play, thinking that your life is supposed to be the way other people are portraying their life to be, is where y'all mess up at. If you know you cannot keep up with a lifestyle that you're asking for somebody else to keep up for you, you're making the biggest mistake. You're going to find yourself somewhere in a dangerous situation because you're going to be desperate. You're going to be so desperate to live a life that social media is telling you to live, you'll end up in a situation that's dangerous. I've seen too many videos where women are like, I didn't know he was this controlling. I didn't know he was this abusive, but he had the money. I didn't know he was a drug addict, but he had the money. I didn't know he was an alcohol abuser, but he had the money. I didn't think I would get treated like this, but he had the money. And I hate the saying when y'all be like, I'd rather cry in a Bentley. I'd rather have a rich man and cry in a Bentley than deal with a broke. But you're still crying. The pain is still there. Nothing changes. The lifestyle or the finances I get. But what good is that if you don't have peace? What good is that if you don't have happiness? What good is that if you don't have your morals? If you don't have someone on your side that loves you? You want to live your life at risk, living on edge and walking on eggshells because a man has bread. And then what good is the man having money if you can't get any of it? Because most of y'all be dealing with dudes and don't do nothing with it because you probably not adding no value to the situation. You probably just want to be a leech. And again, like I say, go back to what I said earlier. Most men that know you're that type of woman, they going to play the game. So they going to deal with you and every other woman that's coming at them with the whole gimme mindset. Oh, I know how to play her because I know what she want me for. So why would I not play the role and just do my thing? And in your mind, you probably think like, oh, we exclusive. I got me a good for the moment. You ride in a fly car. You might be in a nice house or a nice apartment or whatever. But what good is that doing you? What quality are you adding to the situation to make him want to put money into you to where now you making bread? See, that's where y'all be messing up at. Y'all don't get men with bread and be like, oh, I'm going to see how I can double his net worth. I'm going to see how I can double the money. And if he's giving you money and all you doing is spending it, you definitely pedaling backwards. But again, all of that ish is tied to the lifestyle that you see women are living on the internet. And if you don't want to be called a brother, dude, stop moving like one. If you don't want to be called that, but if you cool with being called a brother, dude, then that's fine. But you got to live with the results. And you got to live with the lifestyle of what a brother do comes with. But relative deprivation is the worst with us. The comparison is the thief of all joy. To get on this internet and think that your life is supposed to be like this other woman's life who live in a fast life, who probably work in a club, or she probably work in a bigger city where you know how it go. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. See y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Go on.